What's new in the best kingdom?
Prince of the Bear. Today we're at Disney's Animal Kingdom, the best kingdom, the Bay Kingdom, because it's time for a foodie update.
There's some new menu items at some of the quick service restaurants.
Yes, and the number one choice of foodie infotainment. We're here to try all the food beneath the canopy, so you don't have to. You know, she's vegan. I'm not. I feel like an animal, so I'm gonna eat like one.
It's time to foodie and chill. Say goodbye to the plant-based burnt ends and say hello to this beautiful new Impossible sandwich. They just got rid of the Korean Impossible burger at all of the value moderate resorts, and they replaced it with one here that looks completely different, configured totally different. And I've seen this bread before. I actually forgot where I had seen this bread before, and Bear had to remind me that this is the same bread as my beloved bocadillo that I have had too many times to count from Dahlia Lounge at Disney's Coronado Springs. Like, that's literally, if we go somewhere and I don't like what I eat, I want to go there and eat that. I don't even like mushrooms, and I love that. I love that sandwich. So to have that bread, which is very delicious, here is wonderful. This is half of the sandwich though. The bocadillo at Coronado is 2. So, but they do give you a lot of fries. I had to take off a bunch of the fries off the plate. It's not as small as you think it is here. Also, the cilantro is on the menu, but like, I gotta take some of this. This is a lot. This is excessive. And who wants to eat stems? I guess I'm taking it all off. Okay. It really reminds me of like a banh mi. I'm so excited for this. I'm way more excited for this than I thought I was gonna be. It may not look like a banh mi, but it certainly tastes like one. It is delicious. I love the flavoring on the Impossible. The sriracha mayo is beautiful. The pickled veggies are very nice. They're bright. They're not like too vinegary, which is great. Everything goes together really well. I am not going to miss the burnt ends in any way, shape, or form. This is perfect. Perfectly splendid. I will give it a 4.75 out of 5 sandwiches. I think it only gets minus points because it's not a whole sandwich. It's half, and it's like $12.50 for this.
This is a brand new Korean barbecue sandwich in my favorite Animal Kingdom seating area. If you are a person that gets very overwhelmed with the busyness and loud sounds of Walt Disney World, when you're in Animal Kingdom, to me, this is like peak. The music is a lot more subtle here. It's a lot more chill. Usually on like a moderate, like not busy day, this place is deserted. I will say, however, watch out for the birds, because they are some of the most spoiled Animal Kingdom birds that exist, and they will snatch your plate if you don't keep an eye on it. They will definitely come and partake of a fry or two. They're overfed and spoiled, as they should be, but at the same time, watch your plate. Back to the sandwich. I'm loving this bread already. Something better than just like your normal like leftover hamburger bun. This feels a lot more purposeful. Pickled onions, some carrots, double the Impossible, seasoned. Okay, some vibes here. I appreciate the aesthetic flavor-wise for going over here. It's much different than the Impossible Korean burger that we had the values for so long. It's definitely like its own unique flavor, and I can see where the princess gets banh mi. It's definitely like that sort of like Korean tang to it, and less straight Korean barbecue, and I rock with it. It's tasty, flavorful. It's just enough seasoning without being overpowering, and the bread's got the right amount of crisp to it. It's nice. Fries aside, and the extra bit of cilantro. Cilantro is an acquired taste. I probably would have just left it all on. I mean, I can understand the problem with having too much, and those of you who believe that cilantro tastes like soap, I do feel so very sorry for you. But it's a good sandwich. I think this is a much better replacement than for the burnt ends. While I did like the burnt ends, one, they were inconsistent in their quality, so you sometimes get some that were very wet, you get some that were very dry, and then like honestly most times they weren't good unless you drenched them in barbecue sauce. And at that point you were more eating sauce than the actual burnt ends, and most times to me they felt like a side rather than a meal. This feels more like an actual meal worthy of our plant-based brothers, sisters, and them. I'm giving this 4.75 out of 5 claws. I know an upgrade when I see one. In the kingdom of animals, you are not going to begrudge me my salad. You can put a little bit of meat on top. I'm okay with that. So I got the Smokehouse chicken salad. You have this wonderfully, deceptively large salad with pulled chicken on top. You got a little bit of barbecue sauce drizzle, some smoked cheddar cheese on here. Buried in the bottom is some cranberries and also some apple slices. And then you have cornbread croutons and then a barbecue cranch, or barbecue ranch for those who are uninitiated in our word salad. Not saying no to different versions of ranch. Give it a lightest of drizzles. I don't like my salads soaked. And then I'll give it a princess level toss, because we do toss the salads around here. Which reminds us of the gutter people. This is a family channel. Okay, the apple slices are really small. I'm glad for that. I didn't want like huge bits of apple and crunchy. Like, it can be like a texture variant. The chicken is mostly pulled. And then you have huge pieces like that. That's fine. It looks tender enough where I should be able to get by. But watch out, there are some biggins in there. Some rhinos of chicken, I guess you want to call it. I don't know if you'd ever call chicken a rhino, but there you go. I would prepare yourself that the chicken is chilled. Sometimes when you get salads like this, I don't really know what the default is, whether it should be hot or it should be cold. I don't really mind either way. It's an option. But cold, fine with me. I love that they locked in the smokiness. You get a nice char on the chicken. It's very well covered. That barbecue ranch dressing is super tasty. And like the nice smoky flavor. The star to me, even though there's not that many, is the cornbread croutons. Those are delicious. They're just crispy enough to be like a little texture variant, but just soft enough where you can fork. I could do with extra of those. I love a good salad, even though meat on salads has always sort of confused me. I feel like it should be like not the star of the salad. I want the salad to be a salad with chicken. I remember like the first time I moved to Florida, or the second time I moved to Florida actually, and I ordered like salad from like a Bono, something like that, and it was like basically a meat salad. I was very disappointed. I'm very surprised. This strikes a nice balance, and on days where we're looking for something to eat in Animal Kingdom, I will be ordering the salad again. 4.25 out of 5 claws. Wonderful additions to the Flame Tree menu. I'm definitely going to be stuck in my head about whether or not the salad meat should be hot or cold. I need you guys to help me out and leave a comment below whether or not you think it should be hot or cold. I'm really on the fence either way. I'll eat it either way, but like, I don't know what the default is.
I guess we'll find out when you guys comment.
Yes.
And I loved my sandwich. I loved it, loved it, loved it. I think this is now it's tied for first with Satu'li for like my favorite quick service, which I would never say that about Flame Tree. Not when they had the hot dog, not when they had the burnt ends. This is a real win. This is definitely a plus up, and I am excited.
We're always happy about extra reasons to come to Animal Kingdom.
Yes.
And the Flame Tree update is it, but we're definitely not done yet.
No, there's more new food beside here. There is one other place we are not going to be getting in this review, and that is some new desserts over at Pizzafari. They do close at 4 p.m. and we get off work at 4 p.m. so we can never be here in time.
Yes. But if you guys want us to do that one, let us know. Maybe we can add that to a future video at some point.
Yeah, like on a weekend day.
More safari. Foodie safari.
I got the crispy tofu bowl because I feel like you need to come to Satu'li and get this every single time you come to Animal Kingdom. It is literally the best quick service restaurant, best tofu at Disney World. Usually I get a kids and then an adults, and I put the kids in the adults. I didn't do that this time. I thought I would get extra tofu, but they wouldn't do that this time. So I just got the regular, and the app was broken. So where you could get the potato mixture, it was just dots. So instead of getting something that was just the tofu, for fear of getting just the tofu and the slaw and the sauce, I got the beans and rice. All right. Ooh, this is a lot of the sauce. Here we go. I've had so much delicious tofu lately, it's going to be rough to compete. If there's one thing I can say about this tofu, it is nothing if not consistent. Every single time that we've had it, it tastes the exact same. Though I have heard from some of you that it's a little spicy. I haven't ever received one that's been like crazy spicy. It's decent. I feel like at the resorts, I've had some better tofu just recently. But if we're talking about park quick service tofu, this is it. I would give this a 4 out of 5 tofus. It's good. It needs a little bit more, I think. Or we could just bring back the vegetable curry pods and then I don't have to ever order the tofu again.
So many times you have turned to the tofu bowl here at Satu'li Canteen. And I feel, honestly, when I think about holistically Animal Kingdom, this is the meal that probably exemplifies everything that Animal Kingdom stands for in a single bowl. The whole of the nature and earthiness of this bowl combined with the conservation efforts of this park. The tofu bowl, I think, is it. I don't think anything comes close. Not the rice bowls at Harambe Market. Definitely not the Impossible Burger that used to be Restaurant of Source. It's now Harambe Market. Even Flame Tree, while good, I think this is like the premier signature representative bowl here at Animal Kingdom. Feel free to fight out for your favorites in the comments. I'm going with this one. Tons of rice and beans, the tofu, and this charred onion vinaigrette. A little bit of slaw. No boba. Easily still leaps and bounds amongst any other theme park tofu at Walt Disney World. There is like a hint of spice, nothing like insane. I would say like 0.5 out of 10 on the heat scale. But be aware there is some spice into it and your mileage may vary. The rice is cooked well, the beans are good. If one thing here at Satu'li is consistent. Rarely ever do we have problems here. And even when they do, they're quickly corrected. They know their food and they do it well. If anything, I still want to see some expansions of the vegan options in the bowl or some just rotational options like seasonally in the bowl itself. Those are minor complaints on a dish that's already amazing. I give that 4.75 out of 5 claws. If it's one thing the world of Pandora and Avatar, the movies themselves, seem to be very versed at, it's aura farming. They know when to stand for a pretty picture. They know how to show a pretty picture. I blame that 100% on James Cameron. That man's entire filmography is aura farming from beginning to end until he feels like I'm making another movie. It's aura farming. So seeing Satu'li Canteen get an update on a twist on the Joe Rohde family cheeseburger pods with these steamed pork pods is not an accident. Avatar Fire and Ash drops on Disney Plus in about a week and a half, 25th.
Oh.
So I'm not at all surprised that we would get jet black pods right before Fire and Ash drops. We see your game, Disney. You're not fooling anybody. Nice try, though. So you have these nice, wonderful pods. Steamed, spiced pork in a pod. Black as night, as if burned by the ash people themselves. And then, of course, you get the standard sides of the slaw and the chips. I could have doubled down on chips. I could have did double slaw. I decided the plate looked pretty with both. Very juicy, very flavorful pork. Little like meat juice inside, like sealed in. That steamed pod, you're getting a very juicy, very tasty bun. It still makes me miss the vegetable curry pods they used to have. Those were like the bag and my favorite. But this is a very nice addition. It's given like the Islanders sort of like sopao, like the steamed sweet bun with like the meat filling. Filipino Islander food that I grew up on that I absolutely love. These are going to be hard for me not to order when they come here, but this is a super tasty addition. I feel as if I should cover my body in ash, go on an Avatar sort of like warpath spree until somebody appeases me and brings back the vegetable curry pods. If you think that I'm ever going to stop asking for those pods to return, you are wrong. I stand on that hill, 10 toes down, until such time as Quark finds me and captures me himself. These are good pods. I think they're a good addition. I think they're a nice pairing with the cheeseburger pods. Everybody wants cheeseburger. Somebody wants something more exotic, a little bit savory, black, and pork. I suppose that fits the bill. I give that 4.25 out of 5 claws. Now, if I'm thinking about what my new preferred dish here is going to be, if it's going to be between this and the Ocean Moon Bowl, I still think the Ocean Moon Bowl has a slight edge, especially for the amount of food that you get, but it's going to be hard to pick between the two. It'll depend on my mood, most definitely. That has been a nice after-work Animal Kingdom update video. We'll close down Animal Kingdom anytime you let us, or we allow ourselves for that matter. I think Satu'li's new updates are good, but again, I need an update to the vegan option. Either some different options for the Vole, or bring back the curry pods, or something brand new for Fire and Ash, like, or Farm Away.
Ooh, a Fire and Ash vegetable curry pod.
Hey, give us all the blackened things. We like a good blackened seasoning on things. You can do it for the princess.
Please.
James Cameron, call me. I don't got any pull, but either way, I love coming to Animal Kingdom for anything, just to relax, regardless of the weather. It's been rainy today.
Yes.
We're just sitting here and like hanging out, watching the rain. Worth it. I would rather be hot here than any other Disney park.
Or at work.
Or at work. I don't want to be hot at work either.
No.
But we love the new additions, and of course, if anything else pops up, we're always going to come check it out and then share it with you guys. So if there's something we missed, or anything else you'd like to see us do, the comments, a little place down here, will always be the place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
We'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, I think Bear might eat himself into the floating mountains and, I don't know, become one with the Ikron?
I'm sure the rent up there is cheaper than it is down here.
No, probably not.
No. The mouse rent's probably not.
Yeah, very much so.
I tried though. But you heard the girl.